Good afternoon. My name is Dmitry Solodov and this is the Embassy Weekly Online, a set of news on foreign policy and the Russian-Indian relations. One of the key events of the week is the visit of the Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar to Moscow as a very important step to further promote the Russian-Indian high-level dialogue and our special and privileged strategic partnership. Yesterday he made a call on the Deputy Prime Minister Mr. Yuri Borisov. The sides discussed preparations for the meeting of the Russian-Indian Intergovernmental Commission, which is planned to be convened as soon as the situation would allow. They also touched upon the positive dynamics in bilateral trade, projects in the field of energy, industry, transport and defense. Today the Russian Foreign Minister, Mr. Sergey Lavrov, is holding talks with his Indian counterpart. The ministers are expected to discuss topical bilateral issues and exchange views on the prospects of cooperation at the UN, BRICS, SCO and in the RIC format, as well as speak on the key global and regional issues, including situation in Afghanistan. All details from the talks we will post on our website and social media, so stay tuned. Earlier this week, on July 3rd, Russian President Vladimir Putin has approved the new version of the national security strategy of the Russian Federation. The renewed document, among the other priority tasks, sets the aim to develop a special strategic partnership with India. The document also envisages deepening Russia's multifaceted cooperation with the foreign states in the formats of the SCO and BRICS, as well as strengthening the functional and institutional basis for interaction within the RIC. This week, Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov paid visits to Indonesia and Laos. During his stay in Jakarta, he also took part in the Special Russia-ASEAN Ministerial Meeting. In his opening remarks there, the Russian minister underlined that 2021 is a special year, as it is the year of the 30th anniversary of the establishment of the Russia-ASEAN relations and the 25th anniversary of the full-scale dialogue partnership, which was elevated to the strategic partnership level in 2018. He also emphasized that given the situation in the world, which is very unstable, affected by the aggravation of both traditional and new threats and challenges, Russia considers ASEAN a very reliable partner, a strategic partner in international affairs. More to say, Moscow is closely monitoring the developments in Afghanistan, including in the context of the escalation in the northern parts of the country and the pull-out of the US and other NATO troops. Answering questions from media at a joint news conference with the Laotian Foreign Minister on July 7, Sergey Lavrov noted that we will do everything necessary, including by employing the capabilities of the Russian military base deployed on Tajikistan's border with Afghanistan to prevent any aggressive encroachments on our allies. Earlier this week, Russian presidential envoy for Afghanistan, Zamir Kabulov, stated that the withdrawal of troops cannot and should not turn into a redeployment of the US and NATO military infrastructure facilities to the Afghanistan's neighboring countries, especially in Central Asia. On July 8, during the meeting with the Taliban delegation in Moscow, Russian side, led by Zamir Kabulov, was assured that Taliban would not violate the borders of Central Asian countries and would guarantee security for foreign diplomatic and consular missions in Afghanistan. Today morning there was a briefing by Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova. She covered a wide range of the current foreign policy issues and the Foreign Minister's schedule of contacts, including his participation in the SCO Council of Foreign Ministers meeting on July 13-14 in Tajikistan. The sides are expected to discuss preparations for the SCO Summit of Heads of State, which is scheduled to be held in Dushanbe on September 16-17 and will be dedicated to the 20th anniversary of the organization. More details on this and other news you will find in the link shared in description. 2021 marks 80 years since the beginning of the Great Patriotic War. June 22, 1941 is one of the most sorrowful dates in the history of our country. To commemorate this tragic date, historical and documentary exhibition titled On the Eve of the Great Patriotic War, September 1, 1939, June 22, 1941, opened in Moscow on July 7. In his greetings to the organizers and visitors of the event, Russian President Vladimir Putin noted that regrettably there have been increasingly more attempts to revise the lessons and results of the war, to exonerate the Nazi criminals and their collaborators. But there are facts reflected in the original documents which are countering the attempts to distort history in order to live up the current political situation. More than 2,500 of documents demonstrated at the exhibition will be posted on the Russian Presidential Library's website and will be available this September to a wide range of users. Actually, already now you can get acquainted with a large number of them at the link shared in description. Moreover, we would like to remind you that on July 6th, the Russian Embassy and the Envoy Excellency magazine launched the special edition dedicated to the Russian National Day 2021, marked on June 12. The edition reveals various dimensions of the Russian-Indian cooperation. There you will find an interview by Dr. Alexander Rybas, Russian trade representative to India, a message by Mr. Andrei Shevlyakov, CEO of South Asia Rosatom, and of course an interview by His Excellency Mr. Nikolai Kudashov, Russian ambassador to India, which is, by the way, the most detailed interview from those published recently. It provides a thorough analysis of the entire spectrum of the Russian-India undertakings. Ambassador Kudashov especially underlined that our countries managed to develop a solid partnership to tackle the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is humanitarian and not politicized in nature, with no artificial obstacles. More on that you will find in the link mentioned in the description. Speaking of combating the COVID-19, we were very happy to know that while more and more Indians are getting jabs with the Sputnik V vaccine, on July 6th, the Russian Direct Investment Fund and Morpin Laboratories, one of the leading manufacturers of pharmaceutical products in India, announced production of the test batch of this Russian vaccine in an exclusive facility in the state of Himachal Pradesh. The first batch will be shipped to the Gamaleya Center in Russia for the quality control. That will be all for now. Tune in for real news from Russia on our website and social media, and see you online.